Should Colorado actually target a bridge quarterback for 1 year, somebody like a Miller Moss, before playing Juju Lewis? One person actually believes so. Someone who actually knows the Colorado program quite well. Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, we know Colorado has brought in five-star quarterback Juju Lewis to be their quarterback of the future. As we know, when Prime brings in a freshman, he expects that freshman to contribute or to start or to play right away. Like, he's not bringing you in if he doesn't think that you can help the team that upcoming year. But one person actually, and that even includes a player like to the caliber of Juju Lewis. I think that's what attracted Juju Lewis to go to Colorado is the simple fact that you can go and play right away and be the starting quarterback as a true freshman potentially. But there's one person who knows the Colorado program quite well that seems to think that there's a bridge quarterback out there. One, he even names the quarterback he thinks, Miller Moss, to bridge that between Juju Lewis, the future that is Juju Lewis in the current time to potentially win right now with the guy that has experience already. And that person is Keyshawn Johnson talking about Miller Moss and potentially being the starting quarterback at Colorado. So this is put out the All Gas No Breaks podcast by Keyshawn Johnson. And this is what he had, All Facts No Breaks, sorry. All Facts No Breaks. And this is what he had to say when it comes to potentially having a guy like Miller Moss be that bridge quarterback to Juju Lewis. Let me go ahead and adjust this because I watch everything on really fast. But let's take a listen to what Keyshawn had to say.
But now, I just hope Miller Moss, I swear I hope he goes to Colorado. That would be crazy. Now, the way you said it, that would be nice. And Juju would get a year to just relax.
Yeah, and he
relax.
said he wants to go to a championship type contender.
And they'll definitely be that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Travis Hunter's gone.
No, but they got all them other dudes, though. They got guys now.
Yeah.
And they're going to bring in more guys. The left tackle, what's his name? Seaton, I think his name is.
I know you're talking
Jordan Seaton or something like that.
5-star.
They got him. They got the other dude coming that played with Lewis at the right tackle position, that played with the quarterback, Juju Lewis. That's coming. They got another receiver. They got a running back. Man, that's the spot. And he's going to dive into the portal. And the shit's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you, he's going to learn from a number of NFL guys. Why wouldn't he?
And now he's about to get into something that actually is kind of interesting. So he's pointing out, the different pieces of the Colorado recruiting class and the guys that, obviously that are coming in as freshmen. I think he mentioned Juju Lewis. I think he's mentioning Carday Smith. It'll play the right tackle, 6'6", 330 pounds. And then, of course, we know Prime hits the portal really, really hard. But this part right here, when he talks about offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur and all those NFL dudes in the Colorado building, what makes it so attractive to so many prospects, recruits, transfer portal, whoever. I think this is pretty critical when it comes to a potential player like a Miller Moss.
You think Deion's going to be there for a while?
Yeah, Prime ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
We absolutely hope.
And he actually will. He talked about it earlier. He must have talked about it earlier in the segment. But he has said something about, going to a place like Colorado for Miller Moss because they throw the ball. Pat Shurmur's an offensive coordinator that used to be a head coach and is going to be able to teach you and get you pro ready. Juju Sanders was a pro quarterback going into Colorado. And Sean Lewis, he did all right with Juju, but they replaced Sean Lewis with Pat Shurmur, and they had great success. And Pat Shurmur is someone who knows the NFL. He knows the style of play that the NFL wants to have. He knows what they want to do in the NFL, and he knows how to get you best prepared to go play in the NFL. That's why Juju Sanders is going to be between that and his God-given ability, it's going to be the number one overall pick more than likely. More likely to my Raiders, hopefully, good Lord willing. But nonetheless, he's not going to be anything past 3. And so a guy like a Miller Moss, who has had success at the collegiate level. Now, Miller Moss got benched, right, at USC. But they needed a scapegoat. And Keyshawn kind of talked about it in that video. They needed a scapegoat because their season was going so horribly. But Miller Moss didn't put up bad numbers. And Miller Moss is not a bad player. That's why Miller Moss is probably, if not the most coveted portal quarterback is right there at the top because he's accomplished the most, more than most of the guys that are in the portal as far as quarterbacks. He won a bowl game throwing for 372 and 6 touchdowns against my Louisville Cardinals. He beat LSU to start the season and played an amazing game in that game. Now, once again, UFC's season went off the hinges, but it wasn't all Miller Moss's fault. Miller Moss did some really, really good things under Lincoln Riley's tutelage and for USC. And a lot of teams are going to think that they can bring in a Miller Moss and instantly upgrade their quarterback position. With Colorado, it's, do you want to redshirt Juju? Do you want to keep Juju on the bench? Does Juju Lewis, as a true freshman, give you a better chance to win 8, 9, 10, 11 games, get to the Big 12 championship game as a true freshman, then potentially a veteran quarterback with only 1 year to play like a Miller Moss? Now, I'm talking about Miller Moss specifically, but just any bridge quarterback. I don't know who all's out there right now because the portal is ever changing and everybody who's in the portal isn't actually in there just yet. But for the guys that are in there that only have 1 year left, Miller Moss is the best one. And so would you rather, I'm asking you as in the audience, and leave your comments down below, would you rather just to hell with a bridge quarterback, let's run out the freshman and see what we got, or potentially bring in that bridge QB for 1 year who is potentially better than Juju Lewis right now? Because I'd argue and say Miller Moss is probably a better college quarterback than Juju Lewis, a guy coming out of high school. He's a 5-star, he's a stud, but he hasn't ever played. He's never played at this level. Miller Moss has played at this level in this conference and had some success at this level in this conference. Now, you'll say, well, Prime trotted out Shedeur, and Shedeur was just fine. And he was. He was just fine. Shedeur hit the ground running when he got to college. But that was a different level. That was the FCS level. That was at Jackson State. And that was with the talent level of Jackson State, and what they had built, what Coach Prime had built there, was so much higher than everybody that they played against. So, yeah, Shedeur was a stud, and he made amazing plays, but their talent level as a team was so much higher than everybody that they played. That's not going to be the case for Colorado. They're going to have extremely good talent, but the talent is going to be fairly even, if not slightly above, against all the other teams that you're playing, the Arizona States, the BYUs, the Iowa States, etc. And so, and college is still an adjustment, whether you want to believe it or not. It is an adjustment to play at the Power 5 collegiate level. And bringing in a guy who's played at this level, he hadn't played in this conference. He's in the Big 10, Big 10, Big 12. I'm getting that mixed up. But bringing in a guy who's played in the Big 12 level, the Big 10, a higher level, some would say, played in the Pac-12, played against Power 5 teams for years now. Is he a better guy to bring in? And would you even want that? Or would you just want to trot out the true freshman and let him play right away at the quarterback position? Something that most teams don't do. I think out of all the big-time Power 5 schools that started, who started a true freshman outside of Nebraska at quarterback? Wasn't very many that started a true freshman outside of Nebraska at the quarterback position. I can't think of any other ones. Oklahoma started Hawkins for a couple of games, but that wasn't even from day one. This is another thing. It's a different thing to start them eventually down the line, but from day one, Oklahoma's brought out Hawkins in like game 6 or 7, but Nebraska started Dylan Raiola from game 1, and he also was a 5-star, 5-tool quarterback, and he had his struggles. You saw his struggles. Now, granted, I think you saw him live in person because they played Colorado. But would you want to start that true freshman from day one, game one? Or would you want a bridge quarterback that is extremely talented, like a guy like Miller Moss for only 1 year, and then allow Juju to soak in all that knowledge and then come ready to play in year 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because I upload all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let me know. Would you want to start the true freshman from day one, or do you want to bring in a bridge quarterback if you're a Colorado fan? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.